To my YouTube channel. This is Ambafx right there. So today we want to check out the weekly forex forecast. So let's start with the fundamental analysis. So we have a boring week last week in terms of the fundamental until Thursday, even the technical. So the market is so boring from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until Thursday when we have some volatility that come into the market. So on Thursday we have the US CPI, which came out better than forecast. So we have the forecast of 0.2%, and then we have the CPI year over year of 8.1%, which later come out better than expected of 8.2%. So and then the US the core CPI, which came out month over month, which came out better than expected of 0.6%. So in this case, the US need to go more aggressive on the interest rate high. They have to be more hawkish to put inflation in order. So on Friday too, we have the core retail sales month over month, which came out better than expected. So this brings more volatility in the market on Thursday and Friday. We saw a very strong sentiment coming to play back on the US dollar. So this week, let's check out the fundamentals. We are going to the news we are going to have this week. On Monday we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index, that's for the United States. On the Monday too, we have the NZD CPI, that's for the New Zealand. And then on Tuesday we have AUD monetary policy. Let's wait to hear that one too. So on Wednesday we have DBP CPI. On Wednesday, as you all know, they have a political crisis in UK right now, but I think everything will come to order soon. And then on Wednesday too, we have Canadian dollar CPI. Please, you have to take note of this one. Very, very important too. On Wednesday, it's important to the Canadian dollar. And then Thursday, we have the AUD employment trend and unemployment rate. So to me, my favorite pairs this week is US dollar to the upside, AUD to the downside, NZD to the downside, and euro. I don't think we have something on euro this week apart from any report, because there's a rumor that they are going to go aggressive on their interest rate hike. So let's wait for that, and that sentiment might make euro to be stronger this coming week. And then there's one particular currency too. Okay, I've mentioned US dollar, I've mentioned AUD, US dollar strength, AUD weakness, and euro strength, SND weakness, to expect it to come in place. So the reason being that USD strength is according to so many factors. The news that they have been releasing in the last couple of days are so positive for the currency, and there's so many people are using it as safe havens now. So more investors are coming. So the US dollar is going to be stronger for some times now. So just get ready to long US dollar against most of these pairs. So let's check the DSY. As you can see, this last weekly candle on the DSY, let me indicate it, this one before the new one from last week. So this one, which indicates that we have a bullish sentiment. So there there is a retracement last 2 weeks which comes to retest this particular 1110.552, and then we see a sharp decline at this particular area. So as you can see, this is a hammer candle which tells us that buyers are have taken over this position. So as you can see, we are still in an uptrend. As you can see, we can still see DSY going to 119 or 1110 and beyond, so which tells us that US dollar is still in safe and is still very strong. So let's now use that to check up. So I have few setups to show us based on my own sentiment, which due to the fundamentals and the technical aspects of it. So the first one is pounds USD. As you can see, this weekly weekly candle. So we are still in a downtrend. If you check the O directional bias, you can see that we are still in a downtrend, and then you would not want to trade against the pair. So what will make me want to change my mind trading against the pair is when I see what we call a breakout of this zone. If I have a breakout of 1.18, then I can change my sentiment to bullish sentiment. But for now, if you are still under this zone, any retracement I see will be an opportunity for me to look for a bearish setup. So let's check the daily time frame and see what's going on. We have a respect of this particular trend line. This trend line is being respected at this area. Let me just highlight it for you. As you can see, there's a respect of the trend line right there. You have a respect of it there. You have a respect of it there. And this area is a resistance area which we got a right and then a rejected zone at this area. So we have a rejected daily candle at this particular area, which tells us that we might resume the downtrend as soon as possible, because after we see a sharp decline towards 1.10467, so we saw a retracement, a big retracement to this particular resistance zone. Then it comes out to reject back at, if you draw a Fibonacci level of this, you see that it's either it's 50% or 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. So this is your 61.8% retracement level. Then it's when tied to retest that particular resistance, then we have a daily rejection candle which comes out to play last week Friday. So this tells us that we are still in a downtrend. So so let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening right there. So as you can see, the downtrend still continue. So this tells us that we have resumed a downtrend in pounds USD. So what we are going to do right now is if you see a break of this level, if you see a break of this particular trend line, then we should be looking for a short setup. Let's say we see a break of this particular trend line, so we should be looking for a short a sell setup to 1.04784. so that is my target right there. So my target is 1.04918. So This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a break of this particular zone, particular trend line right there. So if I see a break of this trend line, then I'm selling to 1.04867. So this, after this trend line and this resistance might be my stop loss level. That should be 1:2 or 1:3 risk to reward. So the next pair I want to check out is Euro USD. As you can see, Euro USD too, we are still in a downtrend, but this one there will be a mix up in this coming week. The mix up being that we might have a stronger euro, and a stronger euro versus a stronger what we call USD will bring something like a ranging market before we can see a clear breakout. So you might see a ranging market at this particular area, so don't be surprised, because both currency are strong. So but the one which is more volatile and stronger is the US dollar. So having said that, we can, because okay, if you check this level, we have what we call a supply level at that area which got rejected. When price hits back this particular supply level, it got rejected. So we might see Euro USD falling to what we call 0.9500. So that's my target. We might see some just a few retracement to the upside, then a move to the downside. So don't forget, this is what we call the support level. So we might see it falling to the back to 0.9500. So let's see how it goes right there, but don't forget that we see euro strength coming to play out this particular week. So let's see how it goes here. So this, we have a rejection of the supply level already, so we can see a clear breakout of this particular area. So we can see that it can still take out this particular low and then move to 0.9500. So let's see how it goes. This is solely based on my own perspective and then on my own view, so not a financial advice. You can do your own analysis and see if it fits your entry. So the next pair we want to check out is AUD USD. As you can see, most of our last week analysis, most of it take profit. So the example are AUD USD and AUD Swiss franc and one other. So let me check. I think I dropped something like that in my trading view. So going back to my trading view, this is my trading view channel anyway, dashboard, sorry. So I have 115 followers. Don't worry, follow me so that you can receive an instant what we call email when I drop a setup. So the link is in the description. You'll see when you scroll through, I dropped it right there. So this are the ones I just dropped today. So I think I dropped this earlier on Friday. So I said, where did I even said there? I said buyers on this AUD Swiss franc remain bearish after respecting the trend line at 15-minute time frame. Then we have this trend line. So let me replay. Let me press play. As you can see, it sells to this particular support level. Then so we are still expecting more selling buyers this particular week. So let me check. Okay, AUD USD, yeah, I think this is the two I dropped last week after I make the video. So as you can see, we've already hit the target. So just small pips away from the target, we will hit that particular target, even though we didn't see much of the retracement, because I predicted that okay, we are going to see retracement to this, but if you check it very well, you can see that we have a small retracement to this particular area before a large move to the downside. So my reason to say this is I said due to the dollar strength and AUD weakness, you might see the continuation of downside on AUD USD. The dollar strength is as a result of positive NFP result and a negative Australian rate cut, which might have a negative impact on the currency in the midterm unless there is an intervention. And God so good, there is no intervention from Australia, so we have a move to the downside at that particular area. So you have to mix fundamental with technical if you really know what you are doing in forex. So SND USD2, I dropped it last week. So I say any treatment we see on SND USD is an opportunity for us to look for a bearish setup because we are in a downtrend. We can see the move to 0.56900 before we see the continuation to the downside. So this 0.500 is supposed to be a retracement, but I don't think there is much retracement on it. So let's play it and see how it plays out. So as you can see, we have a move to the downside, few pips away from the take profit. Then we have moved to test that particular what we call the retracement. So then if I extend this thing, I can I'm unable to extend it here. So if I extend it, you see that it's even come to retest that particular area, then we have a sharp decline of this candle. So in this week we should see a move to the target of 0.54800. So I think that's the two I dropped on TradingView last week. So let's continue with our analysis. So AUD USD, let's check the weekly time frame. As you can see, we have break below this particular support level. So two things will happen here because as you can see, this is a COVID-19 low. As you can see, it's Monday 16 March 2020. That's COVID-19 period right there. So this is a sharp decline due to COVID-19, and then we might see a big sell-off to that particular level before we see any move to the upside. But here we can see a retracement. We might see a retracement to this side, testing that particular support level that has broken, which might later turn to a resistance, and then we'll see a move to 0.55927. And sometimes you might not see a retracement, you might just see a very sharp decline to this particular level. So please watch your area. But here we are still in a selling bias unless we break above this particular support which has been broken, so that that's when I'll change my bias to a bullish bias. But for now we are still in a bearish bias. So the next pair I want to check out is Euro AUD. Okay, I dropped this one last week too, that we'll hit this particular target after the breakout of this particular trend line right there. So we are still I think half is done, it remains half. So this week too we might just see a small retracement, not that kind of big retracement, because we have a weaker, what we call a weaker AUD and a stronger euro. So here we might see a retracement to this particular area, then a move to 1.61262. that is the target right there. Hope you understand. So that's what we'll be looking at on Euro AUD. So the next one is AUD Swiss franc. So AUD Swiss franc too, we can see that we are still in a downtrend. So right now we are breaking through, this particular support level. So we might see a small retracement to this side, then a move to this particular area 0.58434. So just make sure that you catch the retracement and then you cut up with what we call the downside move. So that is what I can say about AUD Swiss franc right there, because we will still move to this COVID-19 low. I think there is nothing they can do about it unless there is an intervention. So right here we have AUD weakness, which you might see a retracement to this particular level and a move to 434. So next one is NZD chef, NZD Swiss franc. So here we've already in NZD Swiss franc, we've already want to reach the COVID-19 low. If you check it, this is Monday 9 this is Monday 16 2020. That's COVID-19 low right there, and we just have some maybe 100 or 150 pips remaining to hit the COVID-19 low, or maybe 200 pips remaining. So we are going towards that already. So what I can see here is in 4-hour time frame we are trapped in this particular triangle. So if you see a break of this triangle to the downside, then we can see a move to that particular level. So if you see, let's say we have some ranging here, then we can see a break to this particular support level right here. So watch this one too. This is a very good one to trade this coming week. So just observe it. So on CAD, Canadian dollar, JPY, there are two things to watch out in this particular pair. The first thing is that if you check this level, we have a very solid resistance at this level, and then as you can see, there's an area of supply level at that. So there's two things we'll see. Is either we'll see a rejection to this particular area, or a breakout of that particular resistance to this particular area. But the favorite one is the one we'll trade with the pair, because with the trend, because the trend is your friend. So the favorite one is who might have a breakout of this particular resistance, and then a move to 110-118. So if you see a rejection to it won't be bad too. So we might see a move to this side, then we might also see a break of this particular trend line, then we'll see a move to 102.322. So just watch out right there. Watch out, just watch what market is going to do at that particular area. So the next one is SND USD. SND USD, let's switch to the weekly time frame. Switching to the weekly time frame, we can see that we are already at the COVID-19 low on SND USD, just few pips away. So if we hit this level, and if we hit this level, we might have a bounce back. But due to the dollar strength, there is high probability that we might break this particular support of 0.54764 to 0.49873. There is high probability, and it's still under probability, that will break this particular COVID-19 low to 0.499. So just watch this level. If you see a breakout, wait for a test and then sell to that level. And I think that will be happen at the next couple of weeks. Then I will give updates about this particular trade. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. This is the first one I'll be trading this week. This is my favorite position coming to this week. The reason being that you've already seen the chart and you've already know what I'm talking about. So we have what we call a respect of the trend line here. Then when it comes to this area, we have what we call a break of that trend line. Then it bounces up at this particular support level. You know, this is a support level right there. Then we see a bounce back. So here it went back to test that supply level right there. So if you want to see the supply level, let me zoom. You see it. This particular area. So then we saw something like a doji candle in the weekly candle last week. So the weekly candle closes in a doji format. So let's go to the daily time frame. So as you can see, in the daily time frame too, we have some resistance at this level right here. So we are having like 2-3 confirmations now. We have some resistance level right there, and then the next one we'll do is maybe going to the 4-hour time frame and check where we'll do what, where we'll enter. So if you want to check where you enter, you set a trap. How do you set a trap? This is how you set that particular trap. As you can see, this is how I set my trap. This is the trap right here. So anything below this level, of trend line, I'm selling. Then my target is at 0.676 or 67565. That's my target. So anything below this particular trend line, I'm selling. That's for our time frame. So if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you'll see it clearly that so anything below this particular trend line, so we might have something like this, which is not far-fetched. Yeah, you understand? So anything below this this trend line will have a move to this so I have two favorite setup this coming week. The number one of it is pounds USD and the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Then I'll add the AUD USD and SND USD that are 5 pips away from the target. So the next one we are checking out is gold. As you can see, we talked about gold crashing last week. I think I dropped the analysis. Here you see a big move. This is a double top, a bigger one at that. As you can see, we see a double top here. This is a neckline. We have break through the neckline, a few pips. Then we're testing the neckline. As you can see, we still have a trend line being respected when it went to what? To test that particular neckline. Then we saw it rejected at this particular supply level right here, as you can see. So which tells us that sellers are in control. So don't be surprised, we might see gold falling to 1454. That was 1454 from 1640 something. So that's what we are looking at coming to this week. It will first face this particular support level. Maybe there will be a few fights there before we see ejection towards this particular level. But don't be surprised, gold has a higher probability of breaking down to 1454 or 1400 whatsoever because of this various confirmation. Number one, double top. Number two, break of the trend line. Number three, break of the neckline. Number four, rejection of this particular trend line right there. And then we can see move to and if you check this level, we have a very solid level right there, as you can see, which it still come to and that level is at 1471, which tallies with that particular trend line. So expect gold to fall to this particular level in the next couple of days or couple of weeks. So the last one I want to add right here is BTC USDT. So according to dollar strength, we must still see BTC falling to 12,000. But this is what I am seeing right there. Right here, I'm seeing a support level at this area, which might later reject to test this particular, what we call to test this particular resistance level. And we have a lot of other at this particular area, which might later be mitigated, and then we might see it to mitigate this particular order. Then we'll have we'll have a rejection to this particular area to 12,000. So let's see what happens in BTC. So this is my own buy basically, but if we didn't see any retracement to this side, then we can see a break of this particular support level. But here we are still in a support level that is yet to be broken at this particular area. So If you are new to this channel, please subscribe so that you can get my videos when I dropped it. It's a great content which I take my time to review and analyze the market and give you guys the best setup. You know, I choose the best setup and then I give you guys. We have a lot of setup, but I choose the best one that market is likely to 60%, 70% do. As you can see, I've shown you. If you check my previous video too, you will see that most of the analysis we did came out being do what we asked them to do. But it's just a financial sorry, it's just and for educational purpose, not a financial advice, not a financial advice. So that is it right there. A big thank you to everyone that has been subscribing and sharing this video. Please share this video to your friend, share it to your forex group so that they can be aware of what is going to come through this particular way. Don't forget to take note of Canadian dollar, the news, the CPI that is going to be dropped on Wednesday, and the interest rate decision, monetary policy coming to AUD. We don't have anything on US dollar based on fundamentals this week, so don't forget to trade safe, don't forget to put your stop loss, don't forget to use a very solid risk management this coming week, and then don't forget to protect your account, protect what you have, and then you'll be profitable in the long run. So if you want to join my mentorship, I don't sell course actually. I don't have a pre-recorded course to sell, and the reason why I don't sell course is because I would like to connect to my students. Like the interaction should be physical on Zoom anyway, so that I can pour out all my knowledge, everything I've learned so far. I don't have any pre-recorded video. I say, and the reason why I collected money, I used to collect money, I used to charge money, yeah, for my mentorship is because normally I don't have much time to give out, so you have to buy my time if you want to join my mentorship, because it will be like face-to-face, something we'll do on Zoom, and then we'll communicate. You have time to ask questions, and it will be me and you alone, or me and you and some other students too. So that's why I charge, and I don't charge much. I charge as little as $200 for my mentorship, and one of the reasons is that you can't buy experience. My experience for so many years, I've started trading now, so I'll just pull it out for you in the next couple of weeks or couple of months. So that's why you have to pay for it. So that's what, and every other thing, you can join my Telegram channel on the description with the link in the description box below. So trade safe, have a fantastic week ahead.